Hi, Dav here, and today we have a new episode in the art review series. And today we'll be checking out the work of Pretty Purin. Let me just check out their name. Yukichiko Himuro. Hopefully it's right. I am using Google Translate, but we'll just say Pretty Purin or this artist. I did recommend this artist before, but it was only in the description and not an actual like a full art review. But wait, let me just change the settings here. Yeah. So there's another artist similar to this guy, or this artist, Henken. Although for Henken, Henken, they did, or last time I checked, they moved their artwork to a different website. They still have an X or Twitter, but it's sad because they did move a lot of their work outside of the platform. Anyway, focusing more on this artist, Pretty Purin, or Yukichiko Himuro. Oh, Yukichiko Himuro. Yeah, I do like the way they're doing the anatomy. It's a bit enlarged. Like some parts seem to be a bit more poppy. Sometimes it's gonna be the arms or legs where it's just more bigger than usual, and that's kind of the appeal of their work. I do see a nice solid balance between like really straight lines and curvy lines. Like you can't really define that it's either like more straight edged line work or more like curvy gestural line work. They kind of have a happy medium going for them. But you'll notice in the line work they don't have a lot of like line weight variety, meaning it seems to be like a basic round brush, but that's it. And like when it ends, it doesn't like fade out or taper off. It seems like a very solid line, right? And I've mentioned before that line works like this don't look as interesting, which is true. You will see a lot of line work where, like, the more you see line with variety, it's just gonna look more interesting. But it does change, as people have mentioned in the comments, or there are circumstances where it can work, but it's usually where people add color. For example, in the last artist we reviewed, Vargui or Vargai, they also have the same technique where they're using like a basic round brush for the line work, hardly any like pen pressure sensitivity, but they do complement it or compensate that with a lot of color and values, and it brings those drawings to life. So you can create artwork, cool artwork with, is this Pokemon? I'm not sure. With like basic lines, right? And they tend to be focused more on single. Oh, there's another artist too. Let me just I just checked it. Their name is Kogurus. I did an art review of their work a couple of episodes back, but for them though, they do have like a bleeding point. Like when their line ends, like it bleeds. Like you can see this bleed sort of spot. But they do like drawing a lot in these like portrait canvas sizes. I mean, they are trying to draw. Oh wow. Oh wow. They are trying to draw characters mostly, like fan art, I think. Is this fan art? I'm not sure, but. Oh wow. Kawaii. Reminds me a little bit of a Yoni Yamamai as well. Because you do see some swooping lines, although it's mostly done in the shadows, not necessarily via the line work here. So I think this is their artwork on their own book, or maybe it's featured somewhere. Oh, it's Himuro Yukichiko. Okay. So it's Himuro. Himuro. I'm guessing Dragon Ball. I don't know. Looks like it, the anatomy anyway. Oh, this one's kind of cool. Right? Most of the colors are in flats. You do see some shading. Like basically a shadow sort of pass. And some slight gradients. You do see it in the knees. Right? Let me just, can I zoom in here? Let me just zoom in here. It's very subtle, but you can see that it's darker here and it goes lighter here. So they're using some kind of gradient, either a gradient or a soft brush to do that effect. Although it's very subtle. It's very subtle. What's going on here? Right? Again, with the exaggerated like hands, they'll usually pick either maybe the legs, the hands or something, and they just amp up the size. I do like it. And it's so cool to look at too. For this one, I do think a lot of the lines are very organic. Like I hardly see straight lines. Well, maybe the caution sort of tape and the buildings in the back, but oh my god. Look at that. I do see a lot more like color variation in the pants. I'm not sure why it's brown. Oh, I'm guessing it's like the leggings maybe. Pretty cool though. Or is it their actual skin? Hard to say, but it looks so nice. Oh wait, that I do see a little bit of a RGB shift effect. I mean, oh, we do see it. You do see it in the edge, right? Now, when you look at their line work, oh wow, there is a bit of texture in their line work, meaning it's not a solid line. It's almost like a pencil, like a really hard pencil, because you do see a bit of that grittiness in the line work, right? And it does have some opacity here and there, meaning you do see through the lines. It's not like again, it's not a solid black line. I do see a lot of the custom brushes being used for like these effects at the bottom, but oh, a lot more rendering with this sort of bunny, very exposed. But yeah, there's definitely more rendering here. And when they do the shadows, even though it's pretty much like one pass, they like adding or using like a soft brush, if not that, a blending brush to soften some edges. Reminds me of another artist, Marui something. I will feature their work or do an art review of their work. Maybe after this or eventually, but yeah, very interesting. Oh, look at how some lines are colored close to the skin. So for example, for the interior lines of the ear, it's mostly the lines are in like they're basically like brown, but everything outside of that is like black. You will see it too with this hand over here. Like some of the folds, the interior lines, they're more, the color of them is closer to the skin. It's just a bit darker than the skin, but it's definitely not black, right? Interesting. So you can just leave it as like a flat thing, or you can just build up that range of techniques over time, adding more gradients, adding more custom brushes, adding more effects. Look at this one. Kawaii, right? And I do, they like, I think they have a slight bias. They like seeing the character from above a little bit, or usually. Look at this one. I like how the hand was simplified. There's sort of a confidence in the way they do the anatomy. Some of it's definitely exaggerated, simplified, but it's so like it just feels right. You know, sometimes when you look at drawings, there are drawings that just feel right, even if it's like not anatomically correct. I think an artist who reminds me of that is like Eliza, I believe, Ivanova. Hopefully, I'm saying her name right. Like sometimes she will like, well, she does have a lot more of a realistic style. It does lean more in that direction, but I guess because of the way the line or how her lines kind of flow to the page, it just feels more. It just feels right. Oh, the shadow does have a little bit of rendering or some variety. It does fade out further back, or it gets lighter anyway. It does have that watercolor vibe, but yet the base is always like the flats, and then the shading with the occasional like when they do the shadows again, they always pick parts where some parts are gonna be soft. I do see a bit of that. What do you call this? Is a Terminator line or subsurface scattering? A little bit. It's not too strong. It's hard to see when you're zoomed out, but oh, this part reminds me of Evangelion, like their suits for some reason. Yeah, this part right here reminds me of watercolors. You know, like you'll see this part being a bit more darker, and it sort of fades in and becomes lighter. Very watercolor-esque. I do like the line work. You do see some parts where like it stops and begins, and it kind of like you see that wavy line a little bit. And I think you can only really see that when you zoom in. I guess it makes me feel more or feel better because I do see a lot of artwork, especially in like the anime realm, where the inks are just so freaking fine. I'm not sure if they're using like super strong stabilization, but seeing stuff like this, especially zoomed in, I think, I don't know, it just gives you a more realistic view of what you could do, right? On how you can deviate from like the standard way of doing things. Let's go further down. Lots of work to see. Oh, wow. So she has like this samurai mecha suit of sorts. Again, look at how the knee is so like foreshortened, but it's exaggerated as well, and it just looks so playful. And they do. It seems like they do have fun with the folds. You can see them play a lot with like the shadows, right? With the creases and everything. And they always have something in the background. Like they don't always like fill up the white space, but they always have like some kind of shape to help make the character pop out. But again, they don't totally fill in or remove the white sort of space. In fact, they kind of use it in terms of like the negative shape thing. That's a nice hand too, right? Look at the proportions. It's very, I could say, Evangelion-esque. Long limbs, organic looking. Oh, I like the legs on this one. Pretty cool. I'm not sure what the style is called, where the socks, are they socks even? Like they're leg warmers maybe? They're using leg warmers, but their thighs are exposed. I do like that look, right? Very cute. Oh, we have a guy. Usually we see women, but sometimes they will do men or male characters. Oh, this part or this hand right here is blurred. So that's interesting. So let me just go further down. Look at this, right? The feet are so large, limbs are so long, but they're kind of muscular too. I like this. Oh, look at the anatomy of the arms. Oh my god. Reminds me of Yoneyama Mai as well. Marui, Yoneyama Mai. Maybe a bit of Ramon. 09, I think. One of you mentioned him in the comments. I will be doing, I believe I already did an art review of his work, but I may revisit him eventually. I do like this. I think this is Kobeni, or she looks like it anyway. The bunny suit. I like it. And look at how the anatomy is so simplified. Like if you zoom out or just focus on the silhouette, the shapes are very clear, right? Like you can see like literal, let me just zoom in. Literal parts where it's just like straight, right? And you do see this a lot in their work where it's not, they're not trying to fulfill the line in one go. You do see the kind of stop, start, stop, stop. Although in some of their artworks, it's a bit more, it's harder to see, but when you zoom in, you will see that. So I do like that kind of approach. And I think if you're struggling with line work, maybe just zoom in and, oh wow. Chainsaw Man fan art. Oh, we have some nice feet. Okay, so we have power over here. Look at the way the hand was simplified at the top. Very cool way of drawing the hand. So we have the knuckle, right? Look at that. Look at how artists simplify their like figures. It's just so cool to see. Look at that. Pretty cool, right? Again, when they do the shadows, they like having parts where they fade it out with a blur brush or a blur tool. I'm guessing they're using Clip Studio Paint for this one. So when they're doing the shadows, they always half and half it. Half of it is going to be hard edged. Half of it is going to be soft edged. And again, if you zoom in on their line work, you will see this sort of, right? And I think they're using some kind of pencil. It's a really textured sort of pencil. It doesn't really look like ink. It's more of like a really dark pencil. And it does have texture over there, right? Let me just zoom down. Oh, they cut it off. Damn it. But it's enough, right? Wow. Look at that. Oh, jeez. Damn. I love it. I like how there's no values in the back. It's just like one shape. I mean, yeah, they did draw the line, but everything is just like one shadow color. Interesting. Okay. Stop. Let's move on. Oh, again with the freaking knees. Like it's in a way, it's kind of like squarish, blockish. Is it anatomically correct? No. Even the way they simplify the hands. I've mentioned this plenty of times, like how artists simplify hands. Like you can tell how cool they are by how they simplify like the hands and feet, right? It looks so freaking cool. Now this one does have a lot more like shading going on. Oh my, so we have like a demon, dragon chick, or elf? The horns seem kind of dragon-ish or dragon adjacent. I like the rendering of the folds of the one piece. Looks pretty cool. And again, if you look at the shadows, half is hard edged, half is like soft edge. So play around with those. Exaggerated forms, but simplified. Again with the folds. Look at the feet. They're so freaking large. It's not a bad thing, by the way. Come on. leg warmers. Oh, again, look at the line work. It starts and stops, starts and stops. It works. It doesn't have to be one smooth line. Oh wow, look at this. Demon Chick reminds me of one of the characters from Slime something, reincarnated as a slime. Because one of them does have, although their horn is more in the center. The one with the big, oh wow, looks like a maintenance woman. She's there to fix up your vehicle perhaps or something. Oh, I like their jacket. You know this thing? Because I know stirrup leggings, they have the same thing where it goes around the foot, right? I guess they have like an arm version where it sort of goes inside the palm. I think it looks really hot, by the way. Stirrup leggings and whatever this jacket is called, especially the sleeves part around the hands. Top tier. Oh yeah. Oh, we do see a little bit of the back part of the butt. Very interesting. But again, look at the form. It's just so long limbs. They look like volleyball players or basketball players. You know how they're so like extended? It's not a bad thing. Again, it's respected. Yeah. Okay, this is too much. This is too much. But definitely an artist that you should check out. And it's just so enjoyable looking at their work, right? And would you say their work is like highly rendered? I don't really think so. They kind of just stop short of being like a full rendered piece, but it's still, oh, it still works. Oh wow. They have some ramen, kimono, Chun-Li. Oh, kawaii. Okay, so that's it for this art review. Oh no, what's going on here? Oh, Chainsaw Man, I think. I don't read the manga, but I know, like, I think they're one in the same person, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah. Anyway, super hot. I like it. I mean, look at the let me just zoom in on this one. Jesus. Look at the forearm. It's like a freaking straight line. Like they just know how to like simplify the forms. Reminds me a little bit of the way Marus Arts. Hopefully I'm saying their name right. I did feature them quickly. Or I haven't done like a full art review of their work, but they have a way of drawing too that's kind of similar to, what's her name again? Himino? That's a different, jeez, I'm forgetting the name, but whoever this Pretty Purin, there you go. Look at that. Oh my god. Oh, some textures in the shadow. It's like a layer mode thing. It's not from the brush. But yeah. Soft edges, hard edges in the shadows again. Some Terminator lines here. The woman further back is a bit more desaturated because again, she's further back. You do see even some gradients over here. So you're using some kind of either a soft brush or a gradient to create that. It's almost like a watercolor effect. And as you go further down, it's actually a bit more purple. Like the shadows are more on the cooler side, but their bodies, especially the one in the foreground, it's more on the warmer side. So cool contrast here. Oh, there's like blood. I'm not sure where that came from, but I do see a guy here in the reflection. I'm not sure who that guy is, but yeah, so that's for this art review of, let me check their name again, I'm forgetting, Yukichiko Himuro. So I highly recommend their work. Hopefully enjoy their artwork because I definitely know I have enjoyed their artwork too. And yeah, I will link this page in the description below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.